Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of the Apple Watch Series 11. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as an Apple Watch Series 11 expert. Let's get started. As you can see on the front of the packaging, it simply says Apple Watch, and then on the bottom, it has two pull tabs that we can go ahead and open up the box with. So we undo the left side, we undo the right side, and the box kind of just unfolds from there. And here we've got the Apple Watch and the band itself. So the Apple Watch band and then the Apple Watch. And that's all that's in the packaging. We can go ahead and turn this around, and it's got two paper pull straps to undo the packaging for the Apple Watch itself. So we'll go ahead and rip those down. We rip the first one off, and then we come over to the other side. It's got a green arrow pointing down. We'll just go ahead and peel that one right off as well. And now we can go ahead and lift open the Apple Watch. So it says designed by Apple in California. You've got the Apple Watch Series 11 right here and this paper like covering. So we can go ahead and slide the Apple Watch out. And there we have it. You can set that down. And then we've got the little paperwork and charger. So it just says designed by Apple in California. You open it up. It's got instructions on how to use the Apple Watch charger. You put the magnetic puck underneath the watch. You plug the other end into a power adapter or your computer, and that powers your Apple Watch just like that. So I'll go ahead and put that back in there. Now let's go ahead and open up the loop that it came with, and from there we will be able to connect the band properly. So on the side here, it's got a little paper pull strap. We'll go ahead and rip off the paper pull strap. We'll lift open the packaging, and here we have it, the band itself. And we can pull that out. It's got the little paper behind it, and it's got this little pull strap right here. You can undo the band just by lifting it up and then pulling on it. And there we go. We're able to pull the band out. We can undo the paper that was underneath it. And the band is successfully out. So we can go ahead and put this band on the Apple Watch. We can slide it in. It's magnetic. It slides in on the edges there. So you just find the edge and you slide the band right underneath. So you just slide the band in from the edges there, and it's magnetic and it locks in just like that. Then I've gone ahead and pressed the power button on the side here. The Apple logo has appeared and it's booting up for the very first time. So you just hold down the side button until the Apple logo comes on and you are good to go. So this is booting up. I'm going to go ahead and clear off some of this paper. Alright, so here we have the Apple Watch booting up for the first time, and once it boots up, it tells you to find your phone. Alright, so I'm going to bring my phone into the picture here. I've got my Apple Watch on the wrist, and I'm going to unlock the phone and bring them next to each other, and you'll see a pop-up where it says Apple Watch. Use your iPhone to set up this Apple Watch, and all you have to do is just press the blue button right here to continue and to proceed with using your iPhone to set up your Apple Watch. And then it's going to ask you a couple of questions to get started. The first one is set up Apple Watch. You can either set up for yourself or you can set up for a family member, and the purposes of this video, I'm going to go ahead and say set up for myself. And then it wants us to hold the Apple Watch underneath the camera of the iPhone. So we just bring the camera, we hold the camera into the frame so it can see the special code that's on the screen. And once they are lined up, it turns green and they start to match and simultaneously pair together, which is super cool. And I love that animation, how they just in real time sync together perfectly. So next up, the Apple Watch is paired. You can either restore from a backup if you have a previous Apple Watch, or you can set up as a new Apple Watch. In this video, we're going to set up as a new Apple Watch. So we'll press that bottom button. It's going to ask which wrist preference, left or right. I've got it on my left wrist, so I'll keep it there. And then I'll press this continue button right here. Then it'll process for a moment. It's got the little circle spinning dot right here, and then it moves on to terms and conditions. So I can go ahead and hit the agree button, agree to the terms and conditions, and then it wants us to sign into our Apple account. So I'm going to do this off camera here. I'll go ahead and enter my password for my Apple account, which will get me access to Apple services and being able to use things like Find My Watch and more. So it verified my Apple account, and then next up is the Apple Watch passcode. So you can either create a passcode, a long passcode, or don't add a passcode at all. This helps keep your data protected, so when you take off your Apple Watch, no one can look at your messages or log into your Apple Watch without the passcode. So I'm going to go ahead and press create a passcode. The passcode's digits pop up on the Apple Watch itself, and then I can go ahead and type in my passcode off camera. So I'll go ahead and type in my passcode. It's going to ask me to re-enter it, and then I'll re-enter it. And now I have successfully entered a passcode on my Apple Watch, and it is password protected and secured. Next up is one of my favorite screens for bold text and size. Now what's really cool here is you can move the different options and they will appear on your watch. So you can get a live representation of what that size looks like. You can move it to the smallest size, and that's what the smallest size looks like. That's what the largest size looks like. So you get a real-time preview of what it looks like by modifying the size right here. I'm going to go ahead and keep it right there in the middle. And then once you've selected the size that you want, or if you want to turn on bold text or not, you can go ahead and do what you want to do and then press the continue button. Or if you don't want to do any of this, you can set up later in the Apple Watch app. But I'll go ahead and press the continue button. We'll move forward with shared settings. So shared settings, this will sync some of the stuff that's on your iPhone, like location services, Siri, analytics, and improvements, right over to your Apple Watch. So whatever they are set on your iPhone, they'll sync over to the Apple Watch automatically. And then some watch faces and apps may use your location, like location services when that's turned on. And then fitness and health apps will be downloaded to your iPhone. So we'll press OK to move forward with shared settings. Here you can personalize your health and your fitness. So you can enter your date of birth, your sex, your height, and your weight. And from here, enter in all the cool aspects of your unique composition. And then it will create a custom profile in the fitness app and the health app for you to complete your rings and to exercise and to move and to stand daily based off what you enter on this screen. So you can go ahead and press the continue button after you enter in your specific stats, and then you'll be able to move on to the next phase right here where it says get notifications about your health. So if you're in a loud environment, you can get noise notifications and it will let you know if it's too loud. If you don't want this on, you can just turn it off right there, just tapping the green button, it switches it off, or you can switch it back on and keep it on, and then press the continue button at the very bottom. So we'll go ahead and continue. Next up, it talks about safety. So Apple Watch can help in an emergency. You've got emergency SOS, where you can hold the side button to call emergency services and notify emergency contacts. You've got fall detection during workouts. In the case that you're working out and you fall, it'll be able to call help if you need it. You've got crash detection. If an Apple Watch detects a severe car crash, it can call emergency services for you automatically and get the help that you need. And then backtrack in a remote setting. So if you're going on a hike or trail and you want to get back to where base camp is or where you started, you can go ahead and use backtrack to record your route in case you get lost, and then backtrack your way to where you started. So some really cool safety features that they've got built right into Apple Watch Series 11 right here that you can check out. And then we'll go ahead and press the continue button, and that will move on to some one-handed gestures. So the first gesture to cover is the wrist flick. All you have to do is quickly turn your wrist over and back to dismiss anything to return to your Apple Watch face. So if a notification or a pop-up comes up, you just look at it briefly and you flick your wrist back. So you look at it and then you flick it back and it goes away and returns to your watch face. You've got the double tap gesture. So you can go ahead when a notification comes up, or if you want to get access to your widgets, you can just double tap your fingers together and then the widgets will pop up automatically. Super cool. So We'll take a look at that in a second. We'll go ahead and press the continue button to move forward. Next up is the depth sensor. So this Series 11 can automatically open the depth app underwater and measure temperature and time and depth up to 20 feet. So super cool. You can either have this on where it opens up automatically when it is submerged, or you can turn it off by pressing don't open automatically. I like to see this information on when I'm in the pool, so I'll go ahead and keep open depth when submerged. If you're looking to launch a business or have one already, check out High Level. You can build a funnel, make a website, and even create your own AI employee. You can sign up using the link below to get a special double trial for 30 days instead of the traditional 14. Make sure you use the link below to get started today. After you get your High Level account set up and log in, this is what it will look like. You've got all of your features on the left side in the sidebar to build your business and help other people build businesses. And first off, I'm going to show you how you can create a site and create a landing page or a funnel inside of High Level. All you have to do is just click the site section in the left side, and then here you've got some pre-examples here: the clean opt-in, the default video conversion funnel, simple opt-in page, and video conversion funnel 2025 update. Now you can press this new funnel button in the top right one time, and now you can either start from blank, you can start from AI, or you can start from templates. In this example, we're going to start from the over 1,000 templates that are already built into High Level and press this continue button. And then from here, all of the templates come up. You can select your category on the right side or left side here, or your type. We can go down, say we're doing an event. We can select the event template section, and then we can select an event. Let's say like we want to have a freelance income webinar. We can select on that one right here. It tells you a little bit about this template, the date, and all the information for it. And then to move forward with it, all you have to do is just press this continue button right here in the top right. And then it adds that template, the color styles, the typography, and loads all the images right here into our site's funnels page. And it makes it really easy to get started and proceed with editing it. So it loads up the editor here, it loads everything that we need, and then we can start to redesign this web page and make it perfect for our business. So we can come in here, we can add the specific date of when it starts. We can say how to launch your webinar instantly and make it shine with AppFind, and that kind of rhymes. And we can come over here, we can add in our images that we want to, our names and our business titles. And you can see here the template is pretty much set up where we can come in here and modify each piece that we need to as needed to make it look great. And then once we're all done, we can hit this publish button in the top right and we can publish it. We can select a domain. So we'll either have to purchase a domain or connect a domain. And in order to connect a domain, you'll need to go into your settings here, and you'll need to be able to log into your backend for whoever registered your domain and input it in and link the domain or subdomains together. So that's how you can create a site really quick inside of Go High Level. It makes it really easy. We can click on sites in the sidebar. We can check out what the clean opt-in looks like, and then we can look at what this looks like by pressing the button right here. So clean opt-in is very simple. You collect their name, email address, and phone number and provide their major benefits and put their image down below, and you're good to go. So super cool. Now what makes High Level really nice is you can track your opportunities as people submit forms. You can track those leads right here within the software. So as you can see, the High Level software is a very comprehensive client customer relationship manager where you can come in here with AI agents, websites, you can do automations, you can do memberships. There's so many things that you can do with High Level, and we're just barely touching the surface here. And you can get started today using the link in the description to start your extra free trial with 30 days and get started with checking out High Level so you can build a funnel, make a website, and even make your own AI employee. Next up is signing into the Apple account so I can get access to things like Apple Pay, Find My Watch, and more. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. I'm going to enter in my passcode. And then it wants us to set up Apple Pay. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to do it to protect my privacy, but it's a really cool feature on your Apple Watch where you can just scan your Apple Watch and it will automatically pay for your product using your Apple Pay and in the RFID tag chip that's inside. So it's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say set up later for this, but if you have your Apple card or your credit cards or debit cards nearby, you can go ahead and press the continue button and set them up automatically. So I'll say set up later, and then we are good to go here. It says hello on the screen, and it says welcome to Apple Watch, hello. So super cool that those are there. We'll go ahead and press the done button, and we are good to go. I can go ahead and put the iPhone to the side here, and we are full and center squared with the Apple Watch. It says hello, and there's this start button right here to get started. So you press that once, and then I'm going to press it one more time. And now it wants us to take a tour of Watch OS 26. So I'm going to take a tour and show you all how it works so we can learn to navigate the Apple Watch. You can press the digital crown to see your apps. So you press the digital crown one time and all your applications pop up just like that. You can press the digital crown again and your watch face returns. You can press the side button and access Control Center. You just press that one time, Control Center pops up, and you can press the side button to close Control Center just like that. Now you can turn the digital crown upwards to see all of your widgets just like that. And that's an intro to Apple Watch Series 11. So I'm going to press the digital crown. It's got some notifications here. I'm going to press the digital crown to return back to my watch face right here. Now let's check out that double tap widget. So I can double tap and then my widgets pop up. That's called the Smart Stack. Now you can also get your Smart Stack or your widgets by scrolling up on the Apple Watch itself, and it comes up just like that. So if you scroll up on the digital crown, your smart widgets come up, or your Smart Stack with widgets come up. You can also just swipe up on the screen and your widgets come up. So those are 3 ways to access widgets on Apple Watch. The first one is to double tap while on the lock screen and your widgets pop up. And then you can also scroll physically on the display upwards and your widgets come up, and then you can use the digital crown. So multiple ways to access your widgets. You can go ahead and scroll down to access things like your control or your notification center. So that's super cool. And then you can come over here and for your control center, you press the side button and all of your controls pop open just like that. And you've got access to your control center. So here in Control Center, you've got Wi-Fi settings, airplane settings, the battery settings. You can ping your phone. Here, I'll demo this one. The phone's right there. If you ever lose it and you need to find it, you just press the button right there and it pings the phone no matter where it's at in the house, as long as it's connected and has, you know, the reach. So that's super helpful to find your phone. You've got the flashlight, you've got the do not disturb, you've got theater mode to keep the watch silent in the theater, you've got water eject tool in case you swim with it and you get water in it and you need to get that out of the speaker. You've got some silent switch, your text switch, your volume levels, your AirPlay, or this would be like your Bluetooth headphone settings, walkie-talkie, and lock. So super cool features that they've got baked right here into Control Center, right here on the Apple Watch itself. You can press the digital crown and access all of your watch settings, and it's super cool. Today we're going to be checking out Surfshark for our lovely promotion where you can get an incredible VPN for about $2.19 for their 24-month promotion. I'm going to go ahead and download this onto our phone and show you the setup process, but you can use the QR code on screen to take advantage of this deal and get access to Surfshark's virtual private network. You can secure your online browsing. It uses, you know, protection and you know, hides your IP address, and you can get all kinds of great features to make sure that you stay secure when you're using the internet. And you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark or use the QR code on screen to take advantage of the deal that we have, the promotion that allows you to get Surfshark for 24 months at just $2.19. So let's go ahead. This app is almost downloaded, and I'll show you what it's like to set it up on your brand new iPhone. So this is definitely one of the first things I do when I get my new iPhone. I log in, I you know, set up my virtual private network so I stay secure secure, whether I'm browsing at home on Wi-Fi or whether I'm on the go on someone else's Wi-Fi network or on 5G. When I have Surfshark enabled, I'm safe and it's fast and it's reliable. So I'm going to go ahead and open this application up. After you've clicked the link in the chat or in the description below, the Surfshark the appfind.org/Surfshark, where you scan the QR code on the screen and sign up, you'll be able to download the app onto your phone. And then here it's got two options: to create an account or log in. You would have most likely already created an account when you've redeemed the promotion on the QR code or on the link in the description. So you would hit the login button and it asks you to continue with Google, Apple, or your username and password that you set up originally. After you have successfully logged in, this is what it will look like on your screen on your brand new iPhone 16. Now you may be wondering, what do you do? So what it's recommending is you to connect to a virtual private network in a certain location. Now your IP address can be from almost anywhere around the world that they have service. You can scroll down and it looks like I tapped on one. I tapped on one and it instantly opens it up and tells me more about that. So I highly recommend picking something that's local or nearby, because what will happen is when you're using your virtual private network, websites will kind of detect your location, and if it detects that you're very far away from where you actually live, sometimes it may not let you log in, or it may block you because you wouldn't want someone logging into your account that's not actually you. So sometimes it can be very challenging to get around certain things like that. One of my favorite features is the multi-hop. This way you can have secure connections from multiple directions, and I can scroll down. I can select something like we've got United States and Canada, United States, New York, and Canada, Toronto. We can tap on the multi-hop and it will need permission in order for us to get started with the VPN. So let's go ahead and authorize the Surfshark and get permission. We'll hit the continue button at the very bottom, and now it's going to ask us, Surfshark would like to add VPN configurations. Since we do want our VPN to be connected, we'll press this allow button right here, and then it will take us to our settings where we'll have to enter our passcode. So I'm going to enter our passcode off camera here just to stay secure, and then it will take us back to the app and it will start connecting. And I'm going to hide my IP address at the top right here, but this is what it looks like. In the top right, your IP address pops up, and then it says connected and safe, and then it shows you your connection time. And then at the very bottom, you can see in the bottom left here, you've got the country that you're connected with, US, New York, and then you've got it via Toronto, Canada. So then you can press disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it on the right. I'm going to swipe down so my IP address goes away. So you can always disconnect at the very bottom. You can pause it right here, or you can scroll and search for another location that you want. So you've got multiple locations here at the top, and you can select whichever location that you want to connect through to keep your data secure. So this is Surfshark, and it's our lovely promotion that we've got going on right now. You can scan the code on the screen, or you can go to appfind.org/Surfshark to take advantage of our incredible offer. And I hope you enjoyed the virtual private network and it keeps you secure. This is one of my favorite products that I use every single day to stay secure on the internet. Now let's take a look at the watch settings on our iPhone. So if we unlock our iPhone, there is a new app that's added to the home screen, where it's right over here. It's the Apple Watch app. So you can tap on that, and then this new feature and functionality is added where you can manage all of your watches for your from your iPhone. So we'll go ahead, we've got Justin's Apple Watch selected, and from here you can modify things like the faces. You can tap on the face, you can change the color. Say we want to change the color to more green. We can add in some green there, and then we can go back. And now when I look at the Apple Watch, we've got some green in it. And I can tap on my face, I can add some pink. We can see it update in real time if we want to see these colors and add additional faces or additional colors. So I'm going to go here, I like the green the best. So I'm going to keep it on the green. And then from there, I can come over here. I've got all the different settings right here for the Apple Watch, so the notification settings. So I can tap on that and see what it looks like when I get notifications and what happens. I've got Smart Stack, so this is like all of our widgets when we double tap from the watch face, or if we scroll down or scroll up the digital crown, and we can get access to our widgets. We've got Control Center, where we can go here and press the side button and access our Control Center. We got app view. So another cool thing is if you don't like the app grid view, you can change it to a list view, and that way when you press the digital crown, instead of seeing a a grid view of all your apps, you just have a list of all your apps. But if we have it to the grid view when we press the digital crown, we've got a list full here of all of our apps in a grid. So that's the default. I'll keep it for that. You've got general, display and brightness, you've got gestures, accessibility, Siri, sounds and haptics, passcode, emergency SOS, privacy, and then all the individual settings for the apps that are installed on this Apple Watch. So super cool that we have all of these different settings right here that we can come in here and
get that.
And then of course our Siri gets activated on this device over here. I'm going to turn that off. So you got all these cool different features, and from here I can go ahead and also modify the face on our watch itself. So say I want to modify the watch face without actually going to the Apple Watch app on the iPhone, I can hold down on the face and I can then press the edit button. So once you hold down, an edit button pops up, and then you can come over here and modify the typeface, what it looks like. You can swipe over, edit the background. You can swipe over, edit the colors like we just did. And then from there, you just press the digital crown and it saves it, and you're able to save a new watch face just like that while editing it on the go. So you can edit the features on the Apple Watch itself. You can add a new face by holding down and then coming over to the other side. You just swipe over and you press the plus button, and then you can go ahead and add a new watch face. So we can come in here, we can select a new watch face. Let's add the contour watch face. Just press the add button. You can modify it if you want by swiping around and changing all the colors again. So we can come over here and have a green color, and then you just press the digital crown once and you press it one more time, and then it locks it into the place there. And now we have this brand new Apple Watch face just like that. And you can swipe between them. You can just hold down and swipe over, and you can have more than one face. So super cool. Now another thing that's cool is you can access the settings by pressing the digital crown right here. The settings icon is right there next to it, and you can scroll down and access the same settings that we saw that were in the Apple Watch app, but right here on the Apple Watch itself, which is really handy. You can come in here and modify things like control center, reset the control layout, or scroll down, manage your notifications, and more. So all the settings right here for the Apple Watch are baked into it. You can press the digital crown to get back home.
And if you're not subscribed to our newsletter, go to appfind.ai to subscribe to our newsletter, where you can get the latest complete beginner guides every week in your inbox. You'll get tutorials straight from, including these videos that we make on future technology guides, and written tutorials on how to access these consumer electronic products and apps, and it's really neat. So go to appfind.ai to sign up today, and you can use the AppFind Complete Beginner's Guide strategies in your email inbox to get the latest technology, apps, software, and AI tools and products.
And that has been a complete beginner's guide of the Apple Watch Series 11. It comes with cool new features, being able to access watchOS 26, and we showed you how to design watch faces, how to pair it with the iPhone successfully, how to use all of the gestures. And if you have a favorite feature in watchOS 26 or the Series 11, let us know what it is in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to figure out when we release our next technology video. We love producing these for you and can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.